Hello everyone, my name is Amanda Waldhart and you are here with Amanda's InspirationStation.com. Welcome to this week's Weekly Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me. I come on every Wednesday and I pick a stamp set or bundle and I show you some projects with them. So if you are not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or you like this video, please ask or like the video. Listed below is also all the information that you need if you want to purchase any of the supplies that we use today. There is also a link to a free project sheet that will show the colored copy pictures of the cards, the supply list, and the measurements of the cards. So you can print that. It's completely free. So today we are actually going to be using some product from the July through December mini catalog. On page 48 and 49, we have the Rustic Harvest suite, and we're going to be using today the bundle from that, which if you flip it over, it actually shows you the stamp set and the dies. That's what we're going to be using today. And we're also going to be using the Rustic Harvest 12 by 12 designer series paper today. So I have my bundle here. I love this bundle. It's so cute. And I'm going to show you something today. So I don't know if you've noticed while I was talking for the few minutes, I'm showing you today something. Usually I bring you different projects, maybe a card and a treat or two different cards. Maybe it's two different treats. But today I wanted to show you how you can take one card, which this was the card that I started with, and you can recreate that exact same card, only turning it to the opposite direction and getting basically two cards out of it that are very similar. They're actually the same card, but you're getting two different looks. So that is what I wanted to share with you today about how you can take one card, turn it, so here's the first card, turn it, face it a different direction, and you're getting two different looks with the cards today. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, by me doing this, we need to stamp. We're going to start with this top card here, but we're going to make two pumpkins. So when I bring out my cut and emboss machine, I actually want to just run both of them through. So I have two pieces of scrap Cajun Craze here that we're going to stamp two pumpkins on. And then we're going to stamp the flowers on a scrap piece of paper here. Now, for the sake of the video, I think that you only need to watch me color and die cut and stamp one of them. So I have gone ahead and have one already cut and colored for the next card, so we don't have to do all that multiple times. So I'm going to do Cajun Craze on Cajun Craze. So that's what I'm going to stamp this pumpkin in. And like I said, I'm just grabbing my scraps. Doesn't matter if it's crooked or not. I'm going to die cut it out. Not a big deal. Now, for the flowers on my scrap basic white piece, I do want this to be in Memento ink pad because I'm going to use my Stampin' Blends, which is an alcohol-based marker, to color that in. And I want to make sure that that's stamped pretty well here. So I'm just going to go like that. All right, so now I'm going to bring out my mini. So I have my mini here, but I got to grab my plates because I just realized I didn't put my plates next to my mini. Because, you know, why would I do that? I'm only doing a video. Sometimes, I tell ya. All right, so I'm going to place this in, and we're going to cut out all three of these. And to hold them in place to make sure that my dies don't, like, slide over my image and cut my pumpkin in half, I'm actually going to use a little piece of washi tape. I know that all of us crafters probably have a ton of washi tape. If you're a new crafter and you don't have washi tape, you can either go buy some washi tape. It always is a nice little tool to have on hand to hold your dies in place like this. And now there's my pumpkin. I find that washi tape comes in handy with lots of different things. Or if you have a crafter friend, most likely that person has washi tape and would be more than willing to share some of their washi tape with you. I have a big jar of it. I do still use it on cards though too. It's a great embellishment to use on cards, and I love to use it. All right, so I'm going to, let's color this first actually before I cut this out. I'll just put my little piece of washi tape over here. So I have 4 colors in my blends here. I have dark Pool Party, dark Daffodil Delight, dark Old Olive, and then I have the deep color, which is SU100, that I'm going to use in the center of these sunflowers here. So I'm going to color them in, and I'm even going to color in the centers because it doesn't matter. I'm going to color the centers in with the deep brown. Kind of gives it just a little bit of a darker look. So there's that. And then I'm going to come in with the deep brown, and I'm just kind of going a circle in the center. Easy peasy, just like that. And then I'm going to use my Pool Party. Oops, you know what? I should probably have this out for you guys. I'm going to use my Pool Party, and I'm just going to kind of do the little flowers and these little circle things, which I say is flowers. I'm going to kind of go in and cover these. Just going to kind of go like that. There we go. And then I'm going to take my dark Old Olive, and that's where I'm just going to kind of go over the stems here and the leaves. And I'm not being perfect, as you can see. I'm not being perfect. That's the great thing, I think, about these blends. I mean, and then I'm just going to go like that, color in the stems. There we go. There you have it. There is that piece colored. So now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to place this on my mini. I'm going to find the die. I'm going to line it up. Now see, this is where I just did some hard work here. Coloring can be hard work. And I don't want to get this halfway through my cut and emboss machine and have it cut like halfway in. So this is where the washi tape comes in like a pro. I love this. I love holding it with washi tape. You can use painter's tape too. If you had painter's tape, that would work too. All right, so let's close this up. And there is that. And I'm going to save this little piece of washi tape. I have a bunch of them. I don't always throw them away if they're still good where I can still use it a couple of more times, and that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these away. I did want to share though that look at, they have solid pumpkin dies here too that you can do. Now I did not do that for this project, but there's lots of fun stuff you can do with this die. And make little gourds. All right. Here's my, we have now stamped, and here is, I'm going to set one of these pumpkins over with this other card because we're going to design this one first. All right. So I'm going to start with a piece of basic black. That's going to be my card base. It's 5.5 by 8.5. And it's scored at 4 1/4. And I'm still going to use my bone folder to varnish in that crease right there. Now I have 2 pieces of cardstock. One's going to go on the inside. This is the basic white for the inside layer. This is Cajun Craze for the first layer. Both are going to go on flat, and both of them measure the same measurement. So they're both 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to put some Stampin' seal on that, and I'm going to place this one on the front of the card. Like that. And then this one like that on the inside. There we go. Now I have this piece right here. This is from the designer series paper, and this measures at 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. And I'm literally just going to place that down at the bottom. And I've cut it small enough so that it actually, this third layer, it still allows some Cajun Craze to be around the edges. Then I am using the scallop contour dies. Oh, I love the scallop contour dies. I just took some scrap basic white and I cut it out. This is the second to largest one. So I do use this one a lot. Now, before we put this on and attach this to our card, we need to stamp our hello. So I'm going to bring back out my Memento ink pad. And I'm going to stamp that at the top left, just like that. And then I need some dimensionals. So I'm going to place my dimensionals. And of course, I'm not going to waste any of my dimensionals. So I have already used all of them on the inside. So now I'm just kind of going around and I'm just randomly cutting these so that I can use every single piece. I know there's a lot of us that do that. Maybe you're new to stamping or new to paper crafting and you just got these, and that is something that's brand new to you, doing this. I highly recommend it because look at how many dimensionals I have around the edge there. Okay, so now I'm going to place my pumpkin at the bottom. I'm going to place my flowers over top. And then I'm going to get some linen thread. I have some linen thread here. I'm going to make a double bow, so I'm going to kind of double it up like that, cut a piece like that. So now I have 2 ends, and I'm going to wrap it around the back of my bow maker here. The piece that's on the top, I'm going to cross it, and the piece that's on the top is now going to go through the pegs to the back. So now I have a piece in the back and piece in the front. This piece now in the back is going to come back through the pegs over top this time, and I'm just going to literally tie it in a knot, and then I'm just going to trim it like that. And I'm going to use glue dots, mini glue dots. I find mini glue dots work the best with linen thread and with ribbon, and I'm just going to kind of add that right there. Now I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to put some dimensionals, 1 in each corner, but then I don't want to saggy center, so I'm going to put 1 in the center. And now I'm going to center this in my card, just like that. And now I have some rustic metallic adhesive back dots, and I'm just going to put a couple of those on there. So I'm going to put kind of a bigger one and a smaller one up here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put a smaller one over here. And there is the first card, okay? Very simple, fun, easy fall card, hello card to a friend. It could be any kind of card you want it to be. So let's go ahead and make the exact same card, but now we're just going to turn it, right? So we have almost the same measurements on everything. Our card base is still basic black, still 5.5 by 8.5, still scored at 4 1/4. Okay, but instead of our card going in this direction, we're now going to put it in this direction. We still have 2 pieces of cardstock, 1 in white and 1 in Cajun Craze. And again, these are the same size, 4 by 5 1/4. You're going to place them flat. So I'm going to place the Cajun Craze flat to the front of the card. And then I'm going to place the basic white flat on the inside. Okay. Now I have another piece of cardstock, and this cardstock is a little bit smaller than this. So this is 2.5 by 3.5, whereas this one was 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Now I totally could have made it the same size. If you're like making multiple cards, you could totally do that. I just made it a little bit bigger because I wanted it to come up a little bit higher since the card was going in that direction. But by all means, it's still, whether it's coming in, you know, you're doing your card just like this, but you could totally turn it like this. I just wanted more. That's up to you. I just did it that way. But think about it. Right now, this card so far could go this direction, just like this, or it could go this direction. So we're going to do hello again, but instead of stamping on the top left, we're going to stamp on the top right. Like that. And we're going to get out our dimensionals again because we've already now stamped our pumpkin, stamped our flower, colored our flower, die cut it out. Okay. So now I'm going to do the pumpkin like that. Before I actually put that on, I'm going to flip this over, and I'm actually going to put dimensionals on the back of this, and I'm actually going to put this down first because now that I'm going in a different direction of the card, it might overhang a little bit, and I don't want it to get stuck on there. So I'm just placing that in the center of the card, and then I'm just placing this over the top. I have already a linen thread bow. So I'm just going to grab that, place that right there where I had before. And now we're going to do the same thing where we're just going to add some of these adhesive backs. I don't have any small ones though, so let's grab. So here's a big one. And then we'll grab a little small one. I like doing this. I like where you can design one card and just turn it in two different directions. Oh, this little guy wants to be this little guy doesn't want to come on to my thing here. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I got him. Okay. All right. So that's all we did. We took the same style card and just changed the direction of it, and now we have basically two different looks. This is great too when you're doing multiple cards, like for Christmas. What a great way to just design a few of them and make some of them in one direction and some of them in the other direction. It's just a great way to do that. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Weekly Wednesday. I will see you next week for Weekly Wednesday. Please hit that subscribe button. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. It's completely free. So I will see you next week. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.